Hi folks, Monday morning, sort of self-isolating, and I'm also well into the oils again, but I did a couple, well I did one yesterday and one on Saturday. And the one I did yesterday, I used a knife for all of it, but it tastes rather a lot of paint. I'm not stingy with it, I've got quite a bit of it, but I've drawn this horizon. I'm going to do the sky with brushes, but I'm just looking for my dividers to make sure my horizon is horizontal. Let's put the dividers on. Right, that could calm down a little bit, but that's okay. That's near enough. Probably we don't really do approximate, don't we? Go brush for the sky. I want to do a dramatic sky again. Plenty of oil. I've got some out. Put the knives that I'm not going to use away. I use two knives. These are my workhorses. They're more or less the same. This one's more of a tulip shape. This one's more angular. I've got the board at a slight angle too because I don't want to get my head crashing into the camera. I can't get this angle. It's about 80 degrees, 85 degrees, or 5 or 6 degrees from the vertical. I prefer it flatter, but I can't lock in the top of this board unless I use tape or stick it to a board, and I don't really want to do that. So I love Cornwall. I had a message from a friend I made in Cornwall last October when we went there with friends and stayed in an English country cottage, a beautiful place, lovely house. A lot of new work had been done to it in a village called Sennon. It's just about Land's End, Sennon Cove, which was nearby, very lovely. And there was like a sale of artwork and vegetables and stuff like that in the local village hall, which was lovely, was quite large. And I met Jane Ducker. She's on Facebook. She doesn't make videos for YouTube, but she's Cornish, and she sent a message and sort of say hello and something. I friended her on Facebook, and the people in Cornwall are really encouraging visitors to stay away. I mean, it's very hard because it's the most popular destination anywhere. Cornwall, it's absolutely beautiful on the coast. Please stay away. Well, don't bring the virus here. So we try to respect that, but that doesn't stop me making up Cornish coastal views. The rocky bits I shall do with the knives, but the sky I'm going to do coast coming along here, and then we'll and a headland coming out of there. Okay, so we've got 5 planes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's good exercise in recession. Right, so that one will be sort of blue. I like a light horizon because I can counter change light against the dark. So there's my brush. Let's get a bit of oil. This is on a bit of 3mm MDF. I've sanded it down to rough up the surface. It's quite soft. The 2mm is very hard because it's so thin, but very, very strong. This is more like ordinary hardboard in texture. I've just taken off the shine. This is shiny both sides, but I took off the shine with some coarse sanding, belt sanding paper, and given it a coat of PVA glue, diluted with a bit of water to help it flow. So probably not enough of a coat, but I've left the MDF in this mid-tone. It's great to work on mid-tone paper or boards anyway, because your values will be easier to establish rather than when you're going on stark white background, unless you're doing the lifting out, which I love doing as well. So cadmium red, ultramarine blue, some Payne's grey, cadmium yellow pale, raw sienna, got red ochre of course. I'll put a bit of the green out, that'll mix with the yellow to make nice greens if I decide to put any in. And I'm well aware of the colour of the cliffs around Watergate Bay. They're very friable, in other words, they're crumbly. And they have a lot of landslips there after bad weather. So it's all bitty. You never know where the coastal path is going to be 1 year to the next, because it's forever being moved. Right, okay, a bit of oil. So we'll get a bit of red ochre, bit of Payne's, a bit of ultramarine. I'll have a bit of red, bit of the ordinary cad red. It's going to take a while to get this filled up. But once I've got the sky covered in paint, I can leave it, go elsewhere, start the knife painting maybe, and wait for this, if it's going to soak in. You can always use a varnish when they're bone dry. I don't think the paper is that sealed, the board, sorry. A bit wobbly. It's only my box easel. Payne's grey, great with the old blue and red. Oh, plenty of red in that, wouldn't think so, but red there. Just work it in. There's the paper, sorry, the MDF is quite porous. Alright, let's get some red in here. Sorry about the board moving. Okay, well that's all a basis, isn't it? Clean the brush and a bit of cloth. Now you'll notice, if you're new, I'm using very rough, cheap brushes for my oil painting at the moment. Because I don't do photographic likenesses or anything like that, I love the texture that you can get with these. They're really good brush and they're great for blending too. So let's get some colour in now. I'm going to squeeze out some more red ochre. The yellow ochre's just fallen on the floor. Right, okay, a bit of a red, bit of yellow, that's a red ochre. A bit more red. Let's get a direction in this. So I'm just going to raise this up a little tiny bit just to see if I can get it without all that moving about. Bit of ochre in there, I think. Yellow ochre, that is. Get some on that horizon there. We've had some lousy weather in Cornwall on our trailer camping holidays. Alright, let's do a bit of blending now. Now I need just to fill in down the bottom there, where my cliffs are. Okay, well that's quite a good sky then. Coming up. Get the clouds nice and soft and blended like as clouds would be. Need some more light in there. Right, now it's the knife work now. Maybe a bit more light there though. And the light's coming from behind. I don't really like white, so off-white's fine. Okay, let's have fun with the knives now. Put the oil away, need that. Start from there I think, so blue, red, because it's distant. Not dark enough, a bit of fat pains in there. There's quite a bit of tooth on this. Just an indication of something going on there. Maybe catching a bit of light. We'll have a bit of dark. Touch of blue now. Right, not quite happy with that really, but get some variety in there. catching the light here. I don't want detail. Oh, they're not too bad. Well, I get a bit of a horizon. I want bluey, greeny. See if I get that bit horizontal. It's not going down too downhill too far. Right, now I want to just soften all that. Okay, now we'll put in this one, so that's going to be warmer. I love this red ochre. Now darker. Get a bit of light on there. Let's get a bit of blue behind that cliff. A bit darker. It's got to show, it's always light against dark. You can master that I think you've mastered painting. Got a bit of green up the top there, I think. But a bluey green. Now I really hope that the camera doesn't go past the hour, because if it does I'll have to do some editing. Soften. Put a bit of grey in there, I think. A bit of Payne's grey, a bit of white. Plenty of colour. Now that's too even on the top there. So we'll just put a bit of stuff on there. A little bit of stuff on the top of that, and underneath that there will be a shadow. Okay, now we're getting this big one now. I need to put out some more paints. Getting short on the old yellow ochre. Okay, so now this big one up the top here. I'm trying to remember what it looks like. But let's just start. Using a combination of red ochre and yellow ochre. It's a bit darker than that. Now that's where we want some light. some grey. Get this light against that cliff behind. It's like modelling. My darks are red ochre and Payne's grey. I'm just going over to YouTube now. Got to give this impression of strata, scree, and there's some dark on there. There we are. I'm not sure about that. I'll go back to that. I want to get these rocks in. Right, let's get some rocky colours. So I'll go back here a little bit. Right, let's get this, these lovely old rocks, Cornish rocks. There are loads of these on the beach where they've dropped out of the cliffs over the years. Right, now we want some light colours on there. Now you've got to get your counter change right. Go through a lot of paper doing this. Okay, well that's near enough. Now let's do some of this sea now. So I'm using a bit of that blue, bit of that green, lump of white. You can hear the roughness is board, but at least the paint doesn't slide all over the place. Right. I've got to put some more variety into those cliffs there, but we'll leave that till a bit later. I want to get this water in, the beach, and I can always go back to that side without my knuckles dragging in the wet paints. It hasn't really sealed the surface of this. I'll give the other one. When I've done this, I'm going to upload it. While it's uploading, I can give another coat to my other board that I prepared this morning. There's some ochre. Alright, now, get that blue. With your experience, you can more or less knock up a similar colour when you run out of the colour you're using, the mix you're using. And we want a bit of variety in this anyway. Now, nice and light here. Try to reflect some of the sky in the shore here. We want gonna have to put some yellow ochre over that as well. Just using a bit of ultramarine now and a touch of Payne's grey. Right, now I want some yellow ochre stain. Try to get the sand showing through. Cornish coast is very sandy. And when you clean your brush, your knives, by pulling them through paper, make sure your finger doesn't get in the way. Because it's the constant grinding against or scraping against rough board makes them very sharp. Bit of darker yellow in there. Sorry if my head's in the way. Just trying to bring some of that colour. I can only guess these. Right, now the sand. I'm going to make the sand around here darker, so I add a bit of red to it. Alright, now I need some shadow in those waves, so alright, more of that yellow ochre. I'm going to have to go and get some. Unless I can find some. Mm. 55 minutes, I'm going to have to edit this. Windows Movie Maker, here I come. It's a nuisance. That's the problem with camcorders in the UK, that the tax is set according to where they can, I think, compete with SLR cameras, and the tax is lighter on them, provided they only record for a certain amount of time before they set off another video. This won't tell me when it's not recording. I have to look at see how many videos it's recorded in one piece, but they still have to go on Windows Movie Maker to become one video. Sorry, I was sort of concentrating and I forgot what I was saying. I was sort of lost in the sentence. So I tried to put a shadow in there. Right, now some Right, need to put out some white again. I've nearly done. Oh, race against time. If it's just the last 5 minutes, you just have a look at the photograph. I'm not going. It takes ages to do on Windows Movie Maker with this length of video. Just a bit of refining here.